Hey guys, this is Simon from Simon Says Cycling. Today we're going to talk about how do you prepare for big climbs or mountains when you live on flat roads. Here I live in Florida, and every year I take people to the Tour de France where we ride some of the big epic mountains of the Tour de France. And this year we're going to be riding Mont Ventoux, we're going to be riding Alpe d'Huez. For the average person, that takes about an hour to 2 hours to climb up those big mountains. So how do you prepare for that when you live in a flat country like Florida? Well, I have a great training workout that's really going to help you simulate how to prepare best. And what it is, it's a big gear workout on the flats. Now, if you look at what it's going to take for you to ride up the big mountains, you typically are going to be riding between about a 60 and 70 RPM to get up the mountains at a steady grind, a zone 3, zone 4 potentially, but mostly zone 3. And it's going to be like that for an hour, hour and a half, even 2 hours for something like Mont Ventoux. So on the flats, what I suggest doing is get in that big gear and really use the cadence as the main metric that you're going to follow. Cadence and heart rate or power. But cadence is the main one. So you want to peg it around 60 RPM, 60 to 65, which for most of you will be in the big chainring in the front, probably one of your smallest cogs at the back. And then what you want to do is you want to ride at an intensity that feels somewhat hard, but something you can sustain for a long period of time. So for example, for power, it's going to be in that sweet spot or that upper zone 3. For heart rate, same thing, zone 3 heart rate. Something that feels like a steady grind, but you can still maintain comfortably for over an hour. Well, somewhat comfortably, because let's face it, it is going to start to hurt towards the end. But this is really going to adapt your muscles best for climbing and for that kind of intensity and what it takes to push that big gear with that high resistance over time. Now, you do want to be careful on your knees, so I suggest starting out with 20 minutes and then following that with some high cadence spinning and building it up each week. Once or twice a week, you can do this workout where you start at 20 minutes, then build it up 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. And if you're preparing for a big mountain like Mont Ventoux, you might even build it up to 2 hours. But don't start with 2 hours. If you do have any knee pain, make sure you stop the big gear, spin easy. Make sure you don't force it because this is going to put a lot more pressure on your knees. But this is probably the best way you can prepare for some big climbs or big mountains if you live on the flat road. So I hope you guys got value from our show today. Wishing you all incredible cycling and enjoy those mountains.